Hello everybody and welcome to another episode of Curse of Mother Misery. We're playing the model Curse of Strahd, but it's been slightly transformed, changed and modified, and we're playing in the setting and system of Frostmark the RPG. As always, there's a content warning during these sessions of gothic horror, gore, and bad language. With me I have a wonderful cast of players. I got Lady Lyra, the half-elven magus, played by Julie. Good evening.
This is fine.
Then I got Calvin, the gnome ranger, played by Weewoo. How you doing?
Scared gnome noises.
Then I got Nyx of the Vistani, the tiefling bard, played by Adrian. Welcome.
Why, thank you so much.
And certainly not least, I got Sir Asphodel, the silver dragonborn paladin, played by Aeronox. Hello!
Hello!
Every time. Last time, the party reeled from the cacophony of ravens that cawed very loudly in the Blue Water Inn, just as Strahd, who has just revealed himself as being Holtz, disappeared in a cloud of bats in the sky above Vallaki, saying goodbye to Illyria. Danica and Irvin made everybody leave and then basically interrogated Illyria and Nyx and the party, asking if it was safe for Illyria to stay, if Nyx was still working with Strahd, and so on and so forth. But you abated their concerns, and they told you that they were a part of an organization called the Keepers of the Feather that has been here during this whole time, acting like a spy network. They all seem also to be able to turn into ravens and back, which explains a lot. Illyria and Nyx had a bit of a tense moment in between themselves, but worked out their differences. Illyria met Muriella, the raven that she talked to, and she was proved to not be crazy after all.
I thought we proved that when she spoke to us the first time.
Yeah, but now it's a it's a real human being, or I should just say half-elven being, and not just a raven. That sounds like a person, I guess. The keepers told you of the grandfather of Urban, Davian, who knows a lot of the history of the feather, the keepers of the feather, and he is overseeing the Wizard of Wine's vineyard that is south of Kresk, but they cannot recommend you going there because there are some old folk who live in the Svalbard woods who are not Barovians or Vistani, who have invaded with their what seems to be some kind of conjuration magic, summoning forth twigs and trees and plants that move on their own. Murla brings up how crazy the orphanage is and how all the kids are, getting wounded. You guys express some interest in going over there to investigate. Murla also tells Illyria that the church has consecrated ground, and so Illyria can go there to be safe from the vampires. You also ask about the pond in Kresk, and they state that there's still some magic there, but it's fading because of the curse. Then Asphodel noticed quite a lot of undead presence in and around Vallaki. One who seems to be the cats, another unknown source who seems to be towards the stockyard, and then a horde on the peripheral of her vision towards the east. But so far they weren't moving. You guys told Muriella and the Ravens of this. They went to investigate and later came back with the information that they seems to be dormant and just standing in the woods. Then you guys triangulated where the undead were inside of Vallaki. Until you basically discovered that the undead presence must be within the shop, Coffins by Vort. At first there was nobody there, but then Hendrik came, didn't want anything to do with you guys until you threatened him, and then you were allowed inside. Then you pretended to purchase a coffin whilst discussing the undead threat that is above. And you learn that he doesn't know anything about it. They were placed there by a blonde man that he recognized to be Holtz after a minor illusion. That Holtz wanted him to do a task, to pick up a package from Milavoy the gravedigger at the orphanage and deliver it to Anya outside of the walls. He came back that morning, just finishing that task, hoping that the undead presence above wouldn't be there. But when you went up there to investigate, it became evident that that undead presence is not gone. You tried to tie some chests with the rope that you had, but one disastrous roll revealed your presence to the vampires, and like whack-a-mole, they all popped up, hissing and growling in your faces. And that's where we are going to return immediately to initiative. Dum dum dum. Let's switch up the music and bring out the turn order. Because I guess you're not gonna like stand here and talk about it.
Oh,
No.
no, talking is for wimps. We gotta speak with our fists.
Indeed. Okay. Blip. Yeah, you all can roll initiative in the chat. I think we just go for this one.
I think I have advantage
This is
too.
fine.
Shoot.
This is okay. I can live with that. It's not a nat one.
Do I have advantage?
Don't you? I thought you do.
I think I do. I know something in here.
You have the same thing as me, so.
Natural
Oh, yes. Yeah, that's right.
Favorite enemy or natural explorer?
Do I have primeval?
It's from
Aware?
Natural Explorer, yeah.
It's from,
Okay.
I don't
And
think
you
they
also get
have-
advantage against people who haven't acted on your first turn.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. That's it.
And also, of course, difficult terrain is ignored, but
Yeah.
there
That's
doesn't
true.
look to be much difficult terrain in here.
Hey, here's somebody I've studied.
I mean, perhaps somebody else counts as difficult terrain.
Yeah, well, passing through somebody else's square can is usually double the squares. Where do we have you? The vampire spawn då?
Oh no.
Here. No, I click back. Fuck. Oops. Coming back. Coming back in.
Oh no. The DM has
Whilst
left
you were
us.
gone, DM, everyone died.
All of us just decided, hey, let's
the world,
die.
The world just shut down.
The world turned into a pitch black.
Alright, I have that to my initiative. Let's see. Ooh, okay.
I thought that sound you made in the beginning was like your stomach grumbling, and I'm like, dang, that's an intense stomach grumbling.
Dang, you hungry, aren't you?
Here, I got the
You made sure you had
Damn! Look at these rolls you guys make. Whoa.
The duality of man.
Whoa.
The duality of man is Nyx and Aspera.
Balanced as everything should be.
Wait, which space would Kelvin be in? Because we were all like not really on squares. Or should I just move him to there?
You guys, you like there.
Yeah.
You were just beside that
Okay.
guy who jumped up.
Alright.
Ryan. Okay, so 1v1. They're still standing inside of the crates. So I'm gonna give them a little bit of a negative to their armor, since they can't move around properly and use their dexterity completely. It's a little bit hard to dodge where they're standing. Yeah, so use that, guys, to your advantage. So, Illyria, you react first. You have a dagger, a wooden dagger in your hand right now? Like a stake thing? Right?
Okay, well, I mean, she doesn't have it in her hand currently. She probably has it on her somewhere.
Yes, yes. But drawing it is a
as-
one interaction out of 3.
What if I don't, though, and instead summon Shadow Blade?
Ooh, exciting. Which level?
Seconds, is that's all I...
Okay, okay, okay. Well, DC 14, soul check.
5 check.
Do the vibe check.
Do the vibes match up?
That's right. Nope,
She'll find out.
there goes my soul.
Oh
Yeah,
no.
one. If you only have a potency 1 souls, then 1 potency 1 soul disappears for you.
Okay.
Yes, yes, yes.
That's fine. I still have 2.
Not
Yeah,
including
for
your
now.
own, right?
For now. Bold of you to assume I have a soul.
Ah, that's worrying.
Alright, what do you do with your shadow blade in hand?
Guess she's going to
You also have concentration on you.
move up over here
Uh-huh.
and try to stab at it.
Okay, let's go.
It's a finesse weapon, so it's dexterity.
Yeah, Shadow Blade uses your spell attack, right? It
I
counts
thought
as
it's just a finesse weapon. I don't know how it, unless you changed it, because I haven't checked in a little
counts
while.
as a melee weapon with which you are proficient. These 2d8 psychic damage on a hit and has to finesse, light, and thrown properties. Yes. So you can use dexterity with it.
So 1 and 2.
Why did you attack twice?
Don't I have 2 attacks?
Oh yeah, you have 2 attacks, right? And don't you do it also with dim light or darkness?
I'm pretty
it's
sure
not really dim
there
light
is
in
no
here.
dim light or darkness in here.
No,
I'm pretty
no.
sure you told me the window's open.
Yeah, the windows are open. So indeed. Okay. 2 attacks, both actually hit.
Okay, so that's 4.
Go forward and you slash with your shadow blade, making the
8 then.
Alright. The feral vampire screams out in pain, even though there's no
Nice.
visible wound on their body.
And that's my
That's your turn. Damn. Okay. Alright, Gelbin, what you gonna do? You have a vampire in your face.
Right. Yeah. I'd like to pull out both the daggers, of course, so I could like dual wield them, and then I'd like to make 2 melee attacks on the closest one,
Alright,
and they have advantage because they haven't acted on their turn yet.
Oh, there you go.
Uh-huh. And 1. I forgot to fucking copy it, so I'm gonna have to type it all in again.
I'll just press the upper arrow key.
Oh, I got it anyway.
Alright.
Those hit?
Yes, both of them hit. But you don't have. Do you have the feat? The two weapon fighting?
Do you need to have the?
No, you
Do
can
what
do it as a
fighting.
bonus action to attack, but the
Huh.
second attack you only deal the die damage, not the dexterity
Okay.
ability score damage. So only add your dexterity modifier once, and 2d4 plus your dexterity is basically what's happening.
Okay, so they both hit. So I could do the first one normally, and then the second one would just be a D4, right? Sorry.
Yes. So 2d4
Okay.
plus your dexterity.
And then, no, I'm just rolling another D4. And also, would the second attack count as me getting a D8 because I have the Colossus Slayer, which is a D8 if the target is hurt, or would they both
Oh.
attack at the same time?
No. You get that. You get that. They become hurt. So.
Alright. And then I want to use my extra attack to do the next, and I'm guessing I would only get one attack for that, yeah? Sorry.
Yes. Doing the offhand attack is a bonus action.
Alright, thank you.
Beep, beep, beep.
Alright,
Yes.
and then... Alright,
Sadness.
that's my attacking. Would Calvin be able to gauge whether, if he moved away from this vampire, it would be able to attack him? Would I be able to gauge that with, a free action, or would that take a thing?
Oh no, it's within reach. It's within reach and
Okay.
hasn't spent his reaction, so you instantly
Right.
know this from. I'm
Well,
gonna.
then he's just going.
Yes.
He's just gonna move around it, I'd say then.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
And I should end my turn there. Thank you.
All right. So 6, 13, 18, 23. Do you get the D8 on each attack, or just once per turn?
For what I have written down, it's a D8 if the target is hurt. So
Okay, then that's what it is.
unless I fucked up, yeah,
think it's
I'll have a
once per
look later.
turn.
Oh, okay.
Can you
Okay.
check that
Alright.
quickly, Adrian? Thank you.
I must have put it down then.
No, that's okay. It's okay. I gotcha. All right. Okay. So you in response to the
it's-
his
Once per turn.
response per turn.
Alright.
Okay.
So I'll write that down so I don't fucking forget.
That's good. I will add back a bit of health. There we go. With the hissing vampire in your face, and it suddenly cries out from pain, being struck from behind, and you do some quick stabs into its chest, and then circles around it to stand closer to Illyria. But then it's all of these guys. First of all, you see some of the dagger wounds of this vampire over here closing. And second of all, it doesn't like being in the crate. So you guys are gonna get a reaction on it as it steps out.
Alright.
And basically heads over here. So, Kelvin and Lyria.
14?
14.
17?
Yes, both of you hit.
And this is a reaction, so it wouldn't get the thing yet.
Yes. Yeah. A reaction attack is still considered your turn, it's just not in turn
Yeah.
order, if that makes sense. So 7 and 5. Thank you. Okay. Yeah, then it's gonna get up in your guys. It's gonna lodge itself here. This one over here is going to take 2 to get out of there, and then he has 4 left. 1, 2, 3, 4. 2 to get out. 1, 2, 3, 2, 4. Oh god. 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. Oh god. Well.
Uh-oh.
Well, we're gonna start off by doing some attacks against Aspera. I am going to do a claw against you. Just so you know.
Alright.
A 19.
Alright, since I have no armor, the AC is now 10 plus your dex, right? Alright, AC's a 9. Let's go, that hits.
Okay.
Oh no.
Oh
Didn't
god.
take this through, did we?
Okay. Okay, for now we're just going to make 2 claw attacks. So I'm gonna roll to hit again. Yes, so we will have 2 really vicious vampire claws, a little bit like a cat claws that like gets like ejects from their fingernails, and they're extremely sharp, can probably go through metal if they please. So you take this amount of damage.
Ow. That hurts me just seeing
Is
it.
this the TPK?
Yeah. Might have to do a tactical retreat on this one.
Then we have an attack. Let's do an attack against everybody. Let's do Kelvin. 2 claws
Alright.
coming at you. A 21 and
Both
20.
can hit, yeah.
Oh god. You are also rendered by vampire claws for 16 damage. And then we go for Illyria.
That's what I wanted.
11 and 14.
Both. Question.
Mm-hmm.
Did they take away my cloak when they took away our armor?
No, they did not recognize your cloak for what it was.
Cool.
So.
I just need to know if I have 15 or 16 AC. Got it.
So none of them hits.
Yeah,
Yeah, no. You
none
are
of them hit either way.
you're a nimble girl. You just dodge and weave these attacks, and the vampire hisses angrily at you. How dare you! And the Nyx. Oh god.
Oh,
I guess
yeah, the
one.
23 hit.
Yeah.
I was about to say, if that hits Nyx.
A 1?
where even
No.
is Nick?
What? You can't see
Right
Nyx?
there.
No, I can't see him.
He's direct. Oh, okay, fuck. The rest of us can see him, I think.
Oh.
Wait.
Let's see me move up and down.
Oh, no, I figured it out. Don't worry. I just need to reload roll 20 real quick.
All right. All right. Okay.
Technology issues, it's fine.
10 damage.
It's not truly my sniper.
10 damage, and this one over here can't reach anything. Okay. Okay. Well. Then we go to Nyx.
Yeah, he's saying, there's lots here, but I think we can still take them. We must move to our funnel. And he will strike a pose and do his protective pump using his an inspiration point
Okay.
to give everyone 5 temporary hit points and give them the opportunity to move half their speed without provoking opportunity attacks.
Nice.
Ah.
And as he does that, he takes the disengage action
Oh,
and moves his space to. So all of you have 5 temp, and you can move.
Yep.
Half our speed, right?
Half your speed, no opportunity attack.
Excellent.
And then as soon as it's past that, you can get attacked.
Well, I
Wait,
mean,
you can't move right now. Wait,
you-
is that
no,
moving right now?
you
Sorry.
can move now.
Yes.
Oh,
yeah,
okay.
you
now.
can move
As-
now.
as
Half
a-
your speed.
Yeah.
Half your speed.
Half my speed. I have 5, so I can only move 2.
Oh no.
Oh
fuck.
no.
I'm still in opportunity range. Oh no.
It's fine. Everything's fine.
We can't lie to ourselves.
Oh yeah, okay. Oh sorry, this one here needs to attack with disadvantage at its own confinement. It's gonna try to claw through the box. Key
I swear
lowest
to God,
one.
it misses it attack.
Yes, yes, it's unable to do. Well, he has 2 attacks. Yeah, no. All right,
Oh
yeah,
my
you just
God.
hear this one over here just shake violently. Basically.
It's 10. It's 10 temporary hit points because we're 5th level.
Oh yay! Yeah!
10 temp.
Yeah! Hell yeah, Nix.
Blessed be.
Blessed be
the
Nix. And it's Pompadour.
God, that sounds like a cult thing.
His posing is like gotten better. It's like, oh yeah, makes you feel better. It's 5 better posing.
Slightly more fabulous than before. Okay, Asvada, what you gonna do? You have an axe and a spear.
Axe at her hips, spear in her hands, and we're trying to funnel our way. Make a funnel, right? That's what I'm assuming. Okay. She agrees with this. Like, yes. Everybody, just funnel out of here. Funnel out. And she's just gonna like tiptoe around Nyx. Movement here. Actually, no. She's gonna stand right here. I changed my mind. Gonna move actually right here, and ready in action to attack when any of these goons get close.
In your range. Absolutely.
In my range. And when it does, am I allowed to like pump out like the? No, I can't do that. But oh wait, no, never mind. I was thinking of something else. Never mind.
Okay.
And ready in action to lay it on them, including a smite, because I think that's necessary.
All right. Illyria.
Oh.
Oh,
One more
something.
thing.
Okay, one more thing.
One more thing.
Sorry.
Bonus action. Proclaim judgment for once.
Ooh. Okay.
Ooh,
What's
who are you judging?
Yeah, and how you're proclaiming.
You're like,
I don't even know what these things
mean.
She will proclaim judgment by muttering under her breath. Boreas, I know you want me to be strong, but I just need to borrow a little bit of time.
Oh.
And she's gonna proclaim conviction to heal 2 points at the start of my turn, as long as I'm not unconscious.
Nice.
Just to buy a little amount of time.
Some heroism going here.
Yeah.
Cool. All right, now Illyria, furthermore, what will you do?
She's going to move back. I guess she can make it behind Nyx, just hide behind Nyx. Well, she's gonna go here, and as a bonus action, I would like to give myself D +2 AC.
From
Yeah, and as an
assault
action, she's
weapon.
just gonna shoot a firebolt at. Can I hit this one? I mean, I assume so. Kelvin is small.
Kelvin is smaller than the vampire. Yes.
If it's disastrous roll, you're gonna roll again to see if you hit Kelvin.
Oh no.
Do it anyway.
Do it
I can't
anyway,
just
yeah.
put one on the other. You know what? I've got to blame you guys for this if it goes horribly wrong.
It's gonna go fine.
It's gonna be
You
fine.
say that, but like,
It'll be
spellcasting is
fine.
actually not Illyria's strong suit.
Okay.
That's not catastrophic.
An 8. No, it's not a catastrophic roll, thankfully. The vampire just sidesteps and stickers you away. Yes.
So,
All right. Sag. Okay. That's your turn, I presume. Bonus action, movement.
Yeah.
Alright, Kelvin.
Hmm.
Are you gonna disengage, or are you just gonna run? Are you gonna do one little stabby stab?
How tall are these? Like, would you be able to just go up on them, or would it take extra movement? Like,
It would
these
be like
far?
climbing stairs. It basically put out in a stair-like way, but they are a little bit rickety. So you might need to you need to move slower because of balance. So basically difficult terrain. But you had natural explorer, so you ignore that. So this is a
Okay,
very
so
long
basically, that specific
TLDR.
one, I can just go up it.
Yeah, TLDR. You
Uh,
can move there without no differences.
Yeah, I'm definitely gonna disengage. I don't want two fucking angry vampires at my ass, so I'm gonna disengage, and then just take all 5 to go directly over here. And that is all I'm going to do, because that is, to be honest, all I can do, yeah.
Alrighto. Alrighto. Well, now it's the turn. We're gonna do 2 more attacks for the one rocketing the box.
He's so bad!
Look at this.
That's
1, 2, 3, 4.
Stay in that box and feel bad.
I think there was a reason they were in that box. Could we have not put any of the other ones in the box that actually would have done something?
Honestly, at this point, I feel bad. Should we go and get them out of the box?
No, you don't want to.
Doing okay.
You don't want to.
As soon as they get out, nat 20.
Yeah, I'm just saving my good rolls. Okay.
Oh, yeah.
This one here, touches the wall and starts spider climbing on all 4s on the wall above the wood.
Ah.
5 and 6, and 2
I
claws
don't like that.
coming at Kelvin from like it just standing horizontally against the ground. It looks very strange. It's denying gravity right now.
Hmm.
It's quite
It's fine.
surrealistic. But it's you can choose to activate your ready action at this point, Asphodite, if you want to. But here, once again, if you get disastrous rolls, it might hit Kelvin, or you can wait until anyone else of them.
Oh, a spear doesn't have a reach of 10. It's just 5.
Right. I'm sorry.
So,
Yes. Okay, then 2 attacks against Kelvin. 1 and 2. Oh, Jesus Christ, I'm sorry.
You wanna kill me, don't you?
I'm sorry.
I think she's gonna kill us all. It's fine.
Alright.
No. Yeah. That definitely hits.
Yes, 2 claws come slashing at you, dealing 20 damage. Holy shit.
That's nearly max damage.
How much HP do you have total?
Overall, like 49, not including temp, but right now I've got 33. Is this
Okay,
for just
49,
in case you feel too much?
If it would have been a 25 damage there, you would have rolled
Yeah.
an injury. Just, you know.
Yeah.
Just, you know. Okay. Well,
Ouchies.
let's, yeah, these guys are not... let's probably go there. Alright. Loop. Yeah. Loop. And is that in range? Is it 6 meters in between? Oh, yes. Bam. Alright, Asmana, do that attack against the one in front of you, I presume?
I'm ready.
Step.
Yeah.
Let's go. Anti-undead side stick.
I know, that's fine.
Okay, attack 21. I'm going to roll to see if your sticks breaks. It does not.
Anything.
Good stick.
That'll be a 9 piercing. And yeah, just 9 piercing.
9 piercing.
And can I lay down a smote?
Yes, you may. A smote. What kind of
smote.
smote do you want?
You know, the sucks.
God, sounds right now.
The first smote, the level 1 smote for 10 plus 10 cold.
Plus 10 cold. All right.
Nice.
All right.
Oh, she does.
There's some frostbite around the little stab wound that you pierce through the upper shoulder of this one, coming running at you. And it kind of stops a little bit in its tracks, his arm reaching out for you, clawing at the spear, trying to reach you, hungry for your blood.
Of course.
Yes.
Wunderbar.
But first of all, 2 attacks, should say 4 attacks against Lyria.
What? Oh yeah.
Wait, what do I have to roll? How much AC do you have right now?
AC right now is 18.
Okay, so I need to do a 12. Yes,
Valeria has double asphoders.
3 hits.
Oh.
Because I have a +6.
Can I try to parry one of those?
Yes. Go for the 12 then, which is an 18 exactly. So if you get 18 or
Yeah.
higher, you parry.
No!
Oh, so close!
Aww.
Oh
Okay,
shit!
it's fine. We're fine.
66 plus 9. 28.
Nice. I can
What is your max HP?
51.
51. I need you to do a vitality saving throw for me, please.
Are you
I
sure?
will do
It's like
so.
you're doing bundled rolls here, Bexxy. It's not. a
Oh, that's
single attack.
true. That's
Yeah.
true. None of them actually is enough. That's true. I'm sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I got overexcited.
You really want to kill us, Jesus?
No, I just
Yes,
really
I
want to
need
try out the
to,
injury table so I can have it balanced. That's the thing.
I also need to see if my concentration's still right.
Yes. That would be, let's see, 3 rolls against basically DC 10.
What was it again? Composure?
Resolve saving throw. Yes.
Uh,
It's the willpower to keep concentration even though you're
yeah,
being
I
pain.
just I remember it was like one of those two.
Yes, you keep your concentration.
She's slightly hurt.
Yeah. All right. An attack against Nyx there in the corner. Clawing through Illyria and Aspida, and to get at your juicy-looking purple flesh. 16
Oh, a
and 20.
compliment.
I will cast shield on the second one. I suppose. No, actually, it's fine. Both of them can hit. It's fine.
Both of them can hit. That's fine. All right.
Mhm.
44 plus 6. 17. And then an attack against Aspida. Or 2 attacks against Aspida. Okay.
They hit.
Dun, dun, dun. 11.
Oh, thank you. I only take the one. Thank you, temp HP Nyx. Yes.
All right. Okay, that's what they're basically rushing at you. One is spider walking across the wall. The others are just reaching out these vicious looking claws to weaken you all before they feast. All right, Nyx.
Yeah, and this will steal himself amongst his friends and say, "It's not the end of us yet," and do another protective bump to give another 10 HP to everyone who needs it, and can move half their movement if they wish. But he will stand his ground at this point and looks towards the one that Asphodel just hit, and his soul mark will flare brightly, and the soul will come out into his hand and swirl in two globules of sparkling golden energy. And you say, "You tell Strat I said hello." And I will cast Guiding Bolt at 2nd level, twinned, on one.
Whoa! 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 Okay.
So, it will be a first attack. And the second attack.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
Well,
damn.
yes. That's
Oh,
that's
damn.
the answer is yes.
The answer is yes.
Mm.
Okay. Let's get some d6s going.
And also remember, your vibe check.
I have to vibe check. Yes, I will vibe check at the end.
Okay, okay, okay.
So 10d6.
Flow me some dices.
Jesus.
Whoa!
Bruh.
That's really fucking high. God.
Wow!
Holy fuck.
All right. Yeah, that.
Only 4 dice there weren't above the average.
And that vampire also can regenerate next turn.
And it's radiant damage.
Yep, yep, yep. It staggers back, like, hit in his chest twice, and screams out in a gurgling stream. And you keep concentration on the soul check.
I keep my soul. I absorb it back into my neck. And you guys can move if you wish.
Yes, yes, yes.
Oh, yeah. Brother. Kelvin's little feet don't move far.
You will move and take opportunity attack if necessary.
Okay. Yep, yep, yep. There will be an opportunity attack coming at you.
Backing it up. Backing it up. Don't care about these planks because I'm too
Oh
big.
god. Another claw coming your way, Nix, for 7 damage.
Okay.
Okay, okay. That's your turn, I presume.
Yes.
Yes.
Heal, damage, and move.
Yes, yes, yes. Sir Asphodel. You regain 2 HP.
Yes, I do.
You do.
Okay, this is alright. Okay. Okay, so like before, she is going to stand her ground like I think like everybody can like skedaddle out this door. So she is actually gonna move over here.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, over actually like beside Nyx, so Nyx doesn't get like ganged up on all sides, per se.
Maybe he wants that.
Maybe less so.
Hopefully not with these vampires. Maybe with other people, sure, but...
Oh, no, not like that, no!
It's okay, it's okay.
Damn it. Okay, actually, she's actually gonna be like, right? Yeah. I'm trying to think. Yeah. I think this will be a good place. And she's gonna ready in action this time. When they come within range, she's about to pop one hell of a frosty sad stick at them.
Okay, alright. Okay, you take the ready
Yep.
action.
Take the ready action just for that.
Illyria?
Illyria is going to move back as well. Where can Kelvin go? Okay, he should be fine.
Yeah, I'm fine.
And
Plus, also I can move.
she's just going to throw a firebolt on the one that seems pretty hurt by Nick.
Okay, do it. Roll to attack.
Can I suggest something? I mean, I don't want to metagame or anything like that. I just want to remind you that we're in a place filled with wood.
I know, but
Do
like,
whatever you want. I'm just letting you know, like there's dry wood here.
I mean,
fire
just,
spell.
just be happy. I'm not using burning hands.
Oh god.
Why aren't you using money? Okay, go ahead. I just reminding you in case you.
I mean, wait, are we
Ignored it.
trying to set this place on fire? I mean, we can definitely keep that as a last resort.
Okay.
Fair?
As you like.
Oh yeah, well that's definitely a hit.
I'm gonna cry.
Every point of damage matters, but it just singes a little bit of the upper arm of this vampire spawn. It hisses at you.
Lyra is just gonna turn to the others like, should we just burn this place to the ground?
That's what I was just gonna like look at her. Are you crazy?
She just
Maybe.
What are we gonna do when we emerge and that we're spotted? Oh no, soldiers. We didn't just commit arson.
Kilbin.
Alright.
You vaguely hear something about arson behind you.
Yeah. I'm going to. Sorry, phone. I'm definitely gonna move back. How much of the drop is it from there to there? Like, would he still be able to like throw a knife back or two?
When do you want to throw a knife?
Yeah, he wants to throw. I want to throw a knife for each of my attack actions,
You
which
can
is
break up your movement and your attack.
Yep,
You don't have to do it all at once.
Yeah.
No. So to throw without disadvantage is within 4 meters.
I don't have that. I have a feat that stops that. Cloud shooter.
Oh yeah,
I
you're a
think.
cloud shooter. All right, then it's 12
Yeah.
meters for you. Holy shit.
Yeah.
Dagger action right there.
And this is why I have a bow. But I don't, so.
except when you don't.
Yeah.
You have
But, yeah.
5 daggers, because I think Illyria took one, right?
Yeah, 5.
Yeah, Lyria
So I
has
have a
one.
couple I can chuck. I know that, but I will do 2 to this. So.
Okay, the same creature.
Yeah, to whichever one looks the most hurt.
Alright, it's definitely the one who got slammed in the chest
Alright,
by 2 twin.
Oh, yeah. The Illyria would have done it with advantage her attack because it would have been glowing.
Oh yeah.
So you can roll again to fish for a crit.
Yeah.
Illyria.
Roll again to fish for that crit. Do it.
Nope.
Oh, well.
Close.
Do I roll with advantage, or what do I do?
No, it's just
No,
the
no.
next one.
No, it's just
Okay,
one.
sorry. Yeah.
24 lodges into the vampire. The other one it's dodged.
Alright. And then plus a d8. Fuck!
Oh man, that's a
Oh,
sad.
How many
Oh.
ones? Jesus Christ! Alright, and then he's just gonna fully hop down and... Wait.
Alright,
No, he's not gonna move that far back, he's just gonna move there.
I'm gonna prematurely open this door. But it's one item interaction out of 3 to open the door. Okay. The vampire spawns. And this one regenerates some health over here. This one does not, but I will remove the status from it now. This one over here tries to get out of its chest. I have it saved somewhere. Here we go. 1 and the 2.
Oh my god.
What?
This one's really having a bad day, isn't it?
Oh god.
We might as well just head back home.
But it can't. It's inside the box.
Ah!
All right.
Really
Then we
bad
have
day.
the rest of the vampies. This one will continue crawl on the wall. 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3.
Do you have anything prepared, Asura?
5.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah, do that attack.
All right, with the frostiness, anti-undead sad stick. All right, so 9,
great, man.
the frosty blade, 7. Yes. 9 plus 7, and I'm gonna crank out another level 1 smite for a 10 extra cold.
Okay.
So
Okay.
17 cold plus 9 piercing.
Alrighto. Let's see. So that becomes and then 7 cold plus 10. You said so 10 and 17 in total cold damage.
Oh. Yes, and actually, 2 more piercing, so 11 piercing because they are my favored undead.
Oh yeah. That's very true.
It's funny, they added it into my attack, but I didn't add it to my damage. Oh wait, no, I did add it to my damage. Never
Alright.
mind.
And then the frosty blade is 7, and then a smite of 10.
Yes.
Yeah, so 17 called. Damn. Damn. Alrighto. But here comes the attacks. Once more, it's 1, 2, 3. Well, it does consider Aspida a big, juicy target, so there's going to be 2 attacks against Aspida, and then 1 against each of you. So we start with Kelvin. 1 attack hits,
Yep.
I presume. Another claw, dealing 7 damage.
This thing really just has a thing against short people, doesn't it?
Then we have against Aspida. 3 hits, I presume.
With the 9, that's still 1, 2, 3. Yeah, 9 still hits me.
Oh yeah, right. Okay, then.
Oh
Oh god. Okay, so
Oh,
we're going to be
God.
2 claw attacks here. From one of them. The other one is going to forego the damage to grapple you, and then with this other attack, it is biting into your arm and dealing 5 piercing damage, and then 6 necrotic damage, where your max HP is now reduced with 6.
Hey. Is there like so it just grapples. No save. Oh, that's terrifying.
Yeah, you're grappled now, but you can escape on your turn. So I will put a like this one there, and mirror that one there. So it's that one that's grappling you, and then we go for Illyria. 2 attacks. With 1 hit. A claw renders your flesh for 11 damage. Then, and then for Nyx,
That's fine.
another 1 hit. It slashed over your right arm for 9 damage. Whew, okay, well, that's their turn again. Once again, rushing after you. Claws raised. Blood splatters on the floor from your wounds. Next, what you gonna do?
Nix looks really bad as he's been slashed through. But his resolve is there once more, and says we're almost there. Once again, offering more protective pump as he disengages. At the same time, he's gonna cast spiritual weapon and drop it behind him like a mine. And he's gonna like go here through here as a item interaction, and he's saying like so yeah, you can. I mean, you can walk through it. So like maybe here.
Oh,
I
okay.
drop it next.
There or one more?
Yeah, that's fine. And he's gonna say, "Last one through, brace the door."
All right.
So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Well, actually, I'm probably gonna go like here, I suppose. There's fine.
Okay. Cool.
So everyone,
Very cool.
another 10 health, 10 HP. You can move after Nyx if you wish.
I'm getting out of here. Hospital's booling.
Asphida's running.
Yeah, that actually counts as a grapple. Damn. Damn.
I assume Calvin's also running.
Oh yeah, no, he will be. Yeah. Don't worry.
Mean, where is he running?
Good, yeah,
So,
so-
no, not that way. No.
Okay.
I only get 2, so I can only.
I know,
move 2,
it's
so
fine. Illyria's gonna move over here.
Okay. Oh shit. I see. Okay. Then we have Aspida.
My 2 HP. Blessed
God.
be.
Yes.
Can I move through the spaces of my comrades?
Yes, you can. But it takes an extra.
That's what I thought.
Extra movement
Okay.
unless you got natural explorer.
Oh yeah, natural explorer bliss. Okay. So
Hell yeah.
okay. So Lyria is, she's over there. Aspida is not having it with these suckers. As a final, as a parting gift, she's gonna crane, come over here, crane her neck around, kind of like squeeze herself here just a bit, enough to poke her head out the door, and as an action, a draconic breath.
Okay. Okay.
It's gonna be, it's 3. I don't know how this cone. It's a 3 meter cone. So
If you're standing underneath Illyria, let's say it hits these 3. So dexterity saving throw from them, right? Or is it vitality?
yeah, it's vitality.
It's vitality. Okie dokie. Oops.
Sadness.
What is your DC?
Spell save. Oh wait, it goes under a different DC. 8 plus vitality plus proficiency. 8 plus 3.
11?
7 plus proficiency. Yeah, it's 14. 14. Yeah, 14.
Okay, so one fails.
Okay.
The one in the middle.
All right, and they'll take 2d6 chili damage.
Alright.
Hi, welcome to Chili's.
Yeah, take your order.
This is sad days.
Oh no!
Sad days, y'all.
Ah.
Days after that, after she's tosses out some a cold breeze, it's gonna walk right back.
It stops them regenerating, maybe, unless it's needing radiant damage, I suppose.
Every damage counts. That's it.
Alright. Okay. Then we got Illyria.
I mean, the plan's to go out, right? So
And to hold the door. Nick said.
yeah.
Hold the door! Hold door!
Hold door.
So I don't know. Can she? I mean, Calvin's standing right there, right?
Yeah, you can help him.
Yeah, she's gonna help Calvin.
Alright, right, do the help action. Absolutely. Alright, Calvin.
I'm able to see at least one of the vampires, right?
Yes. I mean, if you see a vampire, you see a vampire.
Oh, true, but oh yeah, true shit. Throw throw is what I shall do. Yes.
Throw another dagger.
Do I get advantage? Yeah. I have 3 daggers.
What would give you advantage here? I don't think anything would give you advantage. Then
Sorry, why do I have the help action? I don't know.
Help action is
I don't
well.
know what help action is.
Oh.
Help action
I
can be for advantage if you're
Yes.
in melee range, but this I think she's holding a help action for you to shut the door.
yeah.
Oh shit. I'm sorry. I didn't realize. Fuck.
But you can take back. You can take. I will allow taxi backs in this.
Sorry, I am
because she's
stupid.
basically helping you to raise the door. It's a very overt
Yeah.
action she's doing.
Yeah. I'm sorry. I shall close the door. The dagger just goes back in time. Back into his hand.
The matrix bullet stops in the air.
Yeah. Would it be like a strength thing or like what? Like or would I need strength to close a door? I don't know.
Right now you can just close the door, but when they come barreling into that door, it's going to be a
Yeah.
pulse brawn checks.
Yeah, he is just gonna be closing the door then and kind of prepping himself up against the door. Just like, hey guys,
Alright.
smallest party member here trying to hold the door.
Look, I'm trying to help you. I'm not strong either.
He doesn't actually say that. He just has that look of just like, hey guys, I'm totally the best person for this, aren't I?
Alright, time to do a GM roll for the vampire who's stuck.
Still having a bad
Forever in the
day.
box.
When you
Hey,
have a bad day.
is
He
anyone
made
out
a
there,
fucky
guys?
mucky now. He's in the forever box again.
Okay. Okay. Okay, and then it's the other vampires who are all going to reanimate. First of all, got a bunch of people going back to like full health here.
Oh no.
And you.
Who thought this was a good idea?
You guys.
All of us, yeah.
Yeah. Alright,
As far as I'm aware, Illyria has been skeptical about this.
Oh, she didn't raise it enough for us to care.
Look, I already know you guys don't actually care about Illyria, it's fine.
oh god.
Hey, come on.
Okay, there's going to be two, there's also advantage on this side, because there's some vampires who crawl up and try to push open the door from above, rather than from the floor. So two can do this at the same time. So it's going to be an advantage roll against an advantage roll. And it's going to be a straight up brawn to see if they can force the door open. So let's see what happens, eh? So roll a 1d20 plus your brawn twice.
So just 2d20 keep your highest.
Yep.
I don't have any brawn. Oh no.
Oh no. Yeah, no, the door is slammed open and Kelbit, you like get launched into Asphyda.
Ow.
But these two has already made their attacks. This one is kind of on the wall, none of them can actually hit you right now because they used up their actions to do anything. So she's standing there a little bit dumbfounded, hissing, trying to funnel through this door indeed. So, next.
Oh no. Okay. I mean, they didn't get attacked. They didn't get hurt this round, so that's at least something.
Yeah.
It's not much, but it's honest work.
Yeah. So their wounds, like as they slam open the door, see like the vampire spawns. Like, are they even the slightest bit hurt?
Yes, you do recognize the one over here. They look the same on the portraits, but of course they're different people who've been turned into vampire spawn, so they are distinct. So this one you remember you got you slammed your guiding bolt into, and the one over here has been smited a bit by Asphodel.
Well, say like now what? And he uses the bonus action to slam the spiritual shield into this one that he can see.
Yes.
For 12 to hit.
It dodges on the wall. Try to like claw at it, but his hand just goes through it, and it looks very confused.
Yeah, probably not the best use of spell. I don't know. Are we going to keep them here, or are we gonna keep on running? Anyone else have a plan?
No, but they certainly can't be around.
All right. Asphodel.
I haven't taken my
I don't
action.
think we
sir.
can fight them either.
Oh
I
shit!
don't
I went
think
to
we can fight
forget.
them. I think we must run. Yeah, he's gonna like go down with this movement to the
1, 2,
stairs
3,
and
4.
open the door.
Right. So you have 2 more movement.
Whoa. Oh, I'm down there. Okay.
Yep.
Um.
So you have 2 more steps.
Okay. Open there, and I guess. What to do? I guess. It's such a hard place to be. He will ready a guiding bolt for any vampires that come down the stairs after. Like the first vampire he sees coming down the stairs. 5 check. Okay.
Good vibe check. Okay. Alright, then we have Asphodel.
Oh, this is tough. What are we gonna do? Oh, so Nyx ran down the stairs. There's a whole horde there. All right. And the door is blown open. Is there a chance to shut the door again?
Kelvin is in the way. Because it got kind of forced by him, you know? It's kind of like, let's do a representation of the door. Yeah, it's kind of like here right now. Right?
I see. Yikers. Yeah, that's tough. Well. Whoo.
So, you know, you can push Kelvin in and then close the door. That
Wait, no,
works.
push Kelvin in there or out the
I
way?
got it.
Push
I
Calvin
got
down the
it.
stairs and
Yeah, I was
Illyria
gonna
closes
say
the
that.
door.
Alright. As what I was gonna say, I'm really sorry, Kelvin, but I think this will be a bit better than you. You know, no hard feelings. And she's gonna take her foot and kind of like punt him down the stairs.
Do you
So
resist
she can-
this, Kelvin? Do you resist it?
Kelvin doesn't resist, but he still screams out like, ah!
Alright. Sadly, there's still 2 vamps that get to do an opportunity attack because one is, hanging above the door and the other one is like standing on the floor. So, and Calvin still leaves their threat range. So, there's 2
Uh-oh. Come on, let's
attacks
go.
coming. Oh!
Oh, thank fuck, both of miss.
Oh! Alright, so you're like...
How far do I go?
what's your bronze score, Asvina?
Is it
I have
Beatable.
a score of 18.
Oh, right, so 1, 2, 3, 4. Let's just say you go down there.
tumbling down these stairs.
Because,
all
there's
the way down the
momentum.
stairs?
Yeah.
and
momentum
she's
downwards.
she's shutting this door. This door. Close.
Alright, close the door once more.
Yep, and she's standing. Close it. Be gone.
You seriously just fucking punted Kelvin down the stairs.
Yet!
Honestly, I'm not saying that I was about to throw you down the stairs, but
I mean, I was already thinking about it before Julia said it.
You guys would be wanting to do it the whole time anyway.
honestly, I love Calvin.
Oh, as Aspeda's there, she's gonna look. We need something to barricade it. The rope. I don't know, something.
That's on Kelvin down the stairs.
Aspeda has her own rope.
Didn't you give all the rope to Calvin?
Oh shit,
I
you're
thought
right.
you gave it to me.
Yeah.
Shit. Wait. No,
Oh, what?
I have chain. 3 meters of chain.
A kinky.
Ooh.
Ooh.
Jane.
How do you barricade the door with the chain?
I don't know. That's why Aspeda's asking, as she's holding the door back.
Okay. Well,
um,
still, let's remember though that pushing a Kelvin down the stairs is like an action.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That she's just stating that out loud.
Yeah, and then you
Something
hold the door.
barricade.
That's
Yep,
gonna
that-
be it, Illyria.
Yep.
Can Illyria maybe look in this room here if there's something she can grab to put in front of the door?
I mean, you can do the old trick of putting a chair underneath the handle.
Sure, Illyria's gonna grab a chair.
Guess I'll hold back the hordes.
Illyria's gonna go and grab a chair and like sort of like hand it to Aspida and like try to shove it out there and it's like, so about burning this whole place down.
Well, I suppose we are indeed crazy. Make sure we have to sneak out of here.
Well,
And grab the
okay.
table. Forget the chair. Grab the table.
Does the table fit through the door?
No!
Table through the door.
No, it won't fit!
And it's not an IKEA table, just like flat pack
It's
table.
called assembling it in the fucking room.
Okay.
Also, I'm not sure. Like, Illyria is about as strong as Calvin.
Alright, Kelvin. What'd you do?
Fuck, that hurt.
Yeah, no. Let's actually do this. You take 1 bludgeoning damage.
I take 1 punting damage.
Yes.
Oh my god. Okay. Would it take anything to get up? Like, would it be like I'm prone? Or what?
You can try. Let's do a dexterity, an athletics dexterity here, to see if you can like roll up out of it.
Athletics. Sorry, I'm just looking for it. I am blind. There we are. Okay. Oh, nice.
Yeah, you're on your feet. It hurt, but you're on your feet.
Okay. Let me just... So he's gonna move up the stairs. Would it take extra to go up the stairs instead of down?
No.
Well, no.
Doesn't take
He went down in a different way! But, okay, it wouldn't take more, so 3. Does it look like there's anything he can, like... Because he can put a rope around the knob, maybe. But then putting a rope around something else that would actually be sturdy. Because you can't just, like, put it on the knob and that's it. Is there any sort of, like, latch or anything that looks sturdy enough to put it around?
Well, they have the door, but I wonder how to secure one door to the other would work. You have to sell me on the idea.
It would not work like that unless you do some really, like, precise thing, which would probably take quite a while to be able to tie it. This, I was thinking if there was any just along this wall, and if not, then there's really no way to use the rope.
Yeah, no.
Okay.
No.
Okay. Can Kelvin try and use the chair? Because, you know, Illyria's already gotten it there and he can try and get it in place.
Yeah, sure. You
Okay.
get it in place. You take it from Illyria, you get it in place. You're kind of helping each other there. Was like Nyx is like down here, just looking up at you guys with.
Like,
He's out of sight, out of mind.
And can Illyria just shout down, ask the guy if he's gonna cover for us if we set the place on fire!
All right.
Not cover for that.
Okay.
In the closet.
All right. Let's do an imposed check. You guys with the share is gonna get a +2. So let's roll a brawn. With Illyria helping. Aspida.
Okay, here we go.
Advantage against advantage.
Fuck's sake.
Athletics check with +2. Illyria helping. Yo, great!
What the fuck?
I'm better. My flex.
Oh my god! Okay, what happens? Okay, so you hold the door despite this tidal wave of vampire strength that is coming from the other side of the door. However, the hinges are rattling like crazy. This door has already taken damage. It might not be able to withstand much more abuse, just so you guys know.
Oh lord, you know, as it sees the hinges about to break loose, his door is gonna like be in pieces, and all she can say is, "Couldn't have some better craftsmanship."
Yes. And then they reiterate a bit. All of your hard work. There's some GM rolls for that poor vamp in the
I'm
chest.
still trapped.
Yep. Yeah, no, okay. And then
We'll move on.
a loud crash is heard, like the sound of a window shattering.
Where?
There's
From
windows
inside
in
the
there.
room.
Oh no.
Yep. Okay. 2 and then 3, 4, 5. Okay, you will appear here. And then you. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 8. Okay. As the one's turn. Nyx.
Do I hear the crash?
Yes, you do.
Do I recognize the direction of which, like, if it's directly above me, which kind of crashes, like, which direction that crashing is happening?
It sounds like it came from the room.
The room.
Yeah, the room where you left them from.
Yes, of course, but like, presumably they're like above me, right? Directly above me, more or less. So is it like over this way, or like this way, or is it like more back here?
Oh, yeah. You heard the crash coming from this way.
Okay. As the guiding bolt fizzles, he looks out of the stairs. He goes, "What are you guys doing?"
What are you
And,
doing?
I'm getting help. We have gods outside. Maybe they can help.
Get
I
the guy out of here.
I think one went out the window.
Well, there were guards outside too, so I mean, we are clearly over our head now. We need reinforcements, otherwise we will be overwhelmed. And Nyx kind of has a final look at what's going on upstairs and rushes to the door. 6 meter movement, and then oh no, tries to open the door.
It's locked.
No! Nyx panics. It's locked.
Oh my god. Okay. All right.
It's the
Aspida.
motherfucker. He's gonna like use the rest of his movement to back up. Like here.
All right. Aspida, what are you gonna do?
Well, one probably went out the window. She's gonna say, well, this door isn't gonna hold any longer. I think we have to run as fast as possible.
Okay.
Yeah, the other two agree. It's like, yeah.
Melvin is like nodding his head
Yeah,
like
but
frantically.
we need to grab Vort.
Right. Okay. Okay. She is going to look at Kelvin. Kelvin, we need you to pick up the pace, and she's gonna pick up Kelvin.
Oh, no.
Oh, okay, and run with him?
Yeah, she gonna run with him. You know,
Okay.
back door, pick up Kelvin, and she
Kelvin,
go sprint.
how much do you weigh?
Let me roll down.
But you should probably be like about
20.1.
20 kilos. And Aspida
Yeah.
without armor, considering she has +4 to... She has 18 times 5. That's like 50 plus... Oh my god, that's almost 100
She
kilos.
can easily pick me up.
Yeah, no, she's not slowed down by you.
Yeah, Kelvin is a bag of feathers.
Kinda, yeah.
So she gonna pick him his little ass.
20 kilogram bag
No,
of feathers
stupid.
versus a 20 kilogram bag of steel.
Alright.
Yes. So is it an action to pick him up?
Yes. Because basically you're grappling him.
Yes. She's doing it. She booling down
Alright.
these stairs, and then one more square like forward from here.
Yep. I will put you there with Kelvin.
Oh.
There we go. Illyria.
Illyria is also running.
Alright.
Oh, that's one more.
One more. Okay. Well, you kind of
Okay,
get stuck
so-
here. You get stuck there because going through your
Okay,
friends is... Well, no, that's
well-
actually true. He's kind of here right now, so you can be there. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Can oh wait, is he in the closet? He did say he was in the
He was
closet,
going in the
right?
closet. Yeah.
Yeah, it's... Over there.
If it's time to set anything alight, it would be now.
I'm not sure if you want to stay put or get the fuck out of here, but things have gone very wrong. And can she die?
Let's give him initiative.
It's gonna
10.
over here. I think she's over here.
Okay. Alright, perfect. That's you. Then we got Kelvin.
There isn't really much Kelvin could do. He's kind of just picked up by Asphodel.
He wiggled himself out of there and skadoodle on his
Yeah, that's
own.
what I was thinking. Can he get out? Can he get out of Asphodel? Like, how are you holding him?
Oh yeah, like loosely. Not like
Okay, then
yeah, not
can he
tight.
easily just get out of your grasp? Then?
Yeah. You jump down on the floor.
Yeah. So the entrance is over there. Was there another entrance over to the through the workshop? Because I feel like everyone's gonna see us if we go through the other way. So he's just gonna pass on. Let's go this way. How about just in case this shit goes wrong? And he's gonna then just run.
All right.
And then, wait, how much more? And he's gonna dash. So
5 meters.
he can get fully outside. Yeah.
It's this door here that leads outside.
Oh, that door. Sorry, that way. Yeah, sorry.
All right. Dash over there.
Yeah, so he'll get fully outside. I'm
You
guessing.
go
Or
up
he'll
to the
open
door.
It's closed. Yeah.
You go up to the door and it's locked.
Fuck. I've already used my action, so I can't do
No,
anything
you
really to
just-
open it, can I?
You just
No.
try the door
Okay,
and it's
panic
locked.
time again. Nix and Kelvin are now panicking at locked doors. Fuck.
Trouble.
All right.
Oh no.
A crashing sound is heard down here in the living room, and a vampire spawn jumps in, hisses at Deliria, but it's kind of his action to break through the glass in the window. So he's just gonna run up there and basically threaten her face. You're gonna have 2 vampires running down the stairs. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, I can put you on this side of the map. 1 will catch up with Asphodel. Blim blim. So it's gonna be 2 attacks against Asphodel. It's going to be another grapple. And then which is going to lead to 1d6 plus 3 piercing damage, as it grasps your back from behind, sinks its teeth in, and 9 necrotic damage, for which your HP has been lowered by that amount until you are. I think you have a long rest. Yes.
Okay, so 53 minus 9. 50 something. 40 something. Okay.
6 plus 9, so 6 is also damage, so 15 damage in total.
The 9 is the one that reduces. Got it.
Yes, exactly. That's why I do them separate. That's why I
Okay.
do it that way. And then we also have that vampire stuck.
Yes, it's still in the box.
Oh, poor guy.
Okay,
And
like
we
Oh.
shall dub him Boxy.
It's like Puffy the vampire. Boxy the vampire.
Do we hear a smash upset?
That you do. You do. You hear a very loud smash and a very angry hiss. But that were the actions. Now we can move at least. So we're just gonna move very much behind. Alright. And then we have this 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 2, 3. Second vampire appears down here. 10. And then there's a vampire just outside of the window here. There we go. Alright. Henrik is in the closet. He's shitting his pants from hearing these hissing sounds and growling sounds and the sounds of combat. So the question is, does he have the bravery to step out or not? Or is he just going to hide? So let's do a resolve check here. He's gonna remain in the closet.
That is completely understandable.
Oh,
Alright, next.
Okay. Okay, I have a thing I want to do. I'm gonna run it by you to see if you allow it to happen.
Okay.
Okay. He wants, in a panicking state, to hear, because he heard the back door from Kelvin, and he knows this door is also broken, and he doesn't see the guy with the key. What he wants to do is he wants to look at this coffin here.
Okay.
He wants to grab the lid of it and shove it like through the window, breaking the window, and like leaving it there as a little ramp to run up so people can run up and dive through the window, and then also cast use his protective pomp to get people to move.
Wow. Okay. You're a weak little boy.
Well, how sturdy are these windows? I mean, come on.
So I
In
am
this day and age.
going. Well, the lid of a coffin that is like sturdy is still quite heavy. So to get enough momentum here. So let's do an athletics brawn.
Oh, athletics. I have actually I have a +1. It's
You have a
it's
+1?
15.
It's
Yeah, because a jack of all trades. I can Aspen and lift wood.
it's good enough training for me.
Yeah, you have learned to handle your wood from Asphodel.
My wood.
He's let down on his word, huh?
Yep.
Okay.
Full
no.
in control of the wood.
Oh god. With the 15.
I want to
yes.
jam my wood through that.
The
He firmly
Okay,
grasped
stop it. Stop it now.
I think we've broken Bexxy, they're muted.
oh,
Probably.
I have what? Oh.
Or
oh.
they've just forgotten that they're muted, who knows?
Here we go. I accidentally clicked the wrong. Okay. With a 15, that's exactly just enough to break through the glass with the coffin lid, and it's a terrible crash. But you lose the grip of it, and it flies out, the window and like slams down on the ground. You will have to like lean down to make it into a ramp. But it's outside. The window is crashed. That certainly got some attention.
He does like a flex, like so strong. Let's go, guys! As he does protective pump to get people to move, and he'll temporary hit points, and he will use his movement to jump out the window.
Wait, what's the range of that? I'm guessing I'm not in
It's
it.
people who can. There's no range. It's like people who can hear. People who can hear me.
I
Well,
hear
12
right?
meters. Tweet 12 meters for people that can hear me. So it's like, it's the whole house.
Oh, okay.
So I was like here, right? And You're like all the way through. You're not that far away.
Yeah, I'm over there somewhere. Don't worry.
Yeah. I can't see you because of line of sight. But yeah, he jumps out the window.
You jump out a window. I think. Alright, you're good.
And you all can move half your movement without provoking opportunity attacks. And 10 health.
Do I want to die?
Hopefully not.
Oh boy. Okay. And,
Uh,
and Kelvin, are you gonna like try to lock pick your way out?
Nah, I'm coming the other way. Fuck that.
Well, you can move now.
I have
Yeah.
already moved. Yeah,
you've
a
already
little bit.
moved. Okay.
I've already
I'm
moved
sure
2
to
meters, dude.
Okay. Well, you have dash.
All right.
Yeah.
Ashwita's about to join you out that window, Nix.
Uh-oh.
uh,
Like, Nyx looks back towards the window, sees a massive dragonborn coming through.
Oh god.
I'm stuck.
But
He's like-
Kelvin is stuck. She can't leave Kelvin. Kelvin, slow.
yeah. And
I got Kelvin. She
But
got
there is a
Kelvin.
door there. There's a door that you can
That's
close.
locked.
So-
It's
No, there's
locked.
a door in front of you.
Oh yeah, she can buy time. Yeah. Okay, she ain't moving. She ain't
Right.
moving.
Okay.
Gotta keep that door closed. She's gonna shut that door on her turn.
Alright. Okay. You shut the door on your turn.
Yeah.
Did she shut the door to the room Kelvin's in?
No.
I'm confused.
To the stairway.
Because I can't see
Yeah.
her across it.
Stairway has a door.
Okay.
And she closing that sucker like bam. We're gone. It's gone.
Be gone!
Thank you. Come again.
Alright.
And Aspa's gonna call out, "Run for your life, Calvin, with your tiny legs!" And she blew it. She blew it. she go running out the window.
Has Illyria moved? I can't tell.
just a little bit, but she don't.
You don't provoke opportunity attacks. So.
I know, but she's slightly worried about the guy in the closet.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, he's hidden, right? He's in the closet.
For now.
For now.
For now.
Okay,
Also,
okay.
if we, we don't know if they're gonna go for him too, if they notice him. Or
He's
not.
in league with Strahd. Who do we care? We don't care.
He's an
Says
old
you.
man.
It says you.
I don't know. I just like, if it comes down to an NPC or you guys, I choose the NPC.
Well, yes, true, but also, I'm not sure Illyria is gonna let anybody die on her watch.
Okay, your call.
Okay.
She already carries him now too much guilt. It's fine.
You're okay. Well, there you are. You're standing there. Then we got Asveda ran, standing by the window. Illyria, what are you gonna do?
She's gonna be like, if you don't want to be stuck in here with 3 of those things, your best chance is to get out now. Also, do you mind saying we knocked over a candle if I set this place on fire?
Ask,
Permission, okay.
ask permission to burn your livelihood. Sticking the same. Oh, okay. Since you asked politely.
He's got insurance. It's fine.
Sure. Everything's fine.
Look,
All is well.
your livelihood
All is
of
well.
your life.
Alright. But that's basically, considering how much you've been talking right now, that's like your action. You still have your movement.
That's fine. She's just gonna stay where she is.
Oh god, okay! Kelvin.
Kelvin's going to do the little big runny.
Mm-hmm.
First 5 to go there.
Mm-hmm.
And then, is it this window right here that's broken?
No, it's the one up here.
Okay, which he doesn't. Well, actually, would he? Because he'd be in the doorway. Yeah. Okay, he's gonna do another big steppy.
right.
Which is as far. Big steppy there. That is literally all he can do. Yeah, he's just doing the big steppy.
Okay, you're doing the big steppy. Alright, some reiteration that happens. Oh god.
I'm just gonna go make a new character real quick.
You play as a vampire.
Wait, really?
Well, I mean, I would be under Strahd's control.
This door, you know, it's not really locked. You just closed it in the face of this
Yes.
vampire, so it just opened as a free one of the 3 item interactions. So, bam!
Uh-oh. They're literally so fast to just get ahead of him.
Basically. Yeah, they're going to flank Kelvin here.
Oh no.
Don't want you to leave.
Why would they want that?
And there's flanking right now, so they get the +2 to hit.
Oh, no.
Yeah, it's kind of bad. So 1, 2, what? 3, 4. Holy shit!
Only one of those hits.
What? You lucky bastard. 8
Suck on my
damage.
gnomish luck.
Like on your temporary hit points.
Yeah.
But Illyria is in a little bit of
Oh
trouble.
yeah, there he is. We're...
Back upstairs.
They're basically going to like encircle you. They're like circling around you, so you cannot leave.
Fuck.
Wait, so they need to roll now a 10 to hit you. So we do this.
20, 17, 17.
So 1 crit and 2 hits. Normal
Yeah.
hits. So that's 4 plus
Can
2.
I?
Do you wanna do a parry for one
I
of the
want to try
17?
to parry one of those.
The 17 plus 8.
So...
You'll need
So
to score high.
25 is what you need to roll to parry.
Look, I'm gonna chance.
Yes!
Oh god, okay. So
Yeah,
so
Julie.
one is
Well
parried.
done.
One is parried. But the other one you still take damage from. So 22
This is
slash
fine.
damage.
All is fine and well.
Yeah. Okay. Okay. Hendrik is gonna do a resolve check. He actually peeks out his head and is about to answer you. And in around his belt, you get the glimpse of the keys to his home. But as soon as he sees the vampires around you, he just retreats back. That's
God.
not there to step out in this room with 3 vampires. Oh god.
It's fine. They're killing me. You have at least 6 seconds.
Right. It doesn't. It doesn't know. It doesn't know. All right, next you do see those 3 guards that were looking at you before, keeping like an eye on you guys. like rushing in this direction, but it will take one more turn for them to get here because they're like across the stockyard.
I shout out to them, say, oh wait, what's his name again? I forget. The owner.
Hendrik van der Voort.
Hendrik. I call him, say, quickly, Hendrik van der Voort is having some sort of medical emergency.
Okay.
He is locked the doors. Please help. At the same time, look over and give them a wink, as I also do one more inspirational use of bumpus thing jig.
God, you could do a
Okay.
lot of those.
Is it? Do they only need to
protective
hear
pump.
you?
Yeah,
Oh.
just need to hear me.
Okay. Then yes. All of you can move half your movement as
You have
a-
movement and 10 hit points.
Yeah.
This window's broken, right?
Yes, it is.
And I will like move over like closer towards them to try and like because the protective pump is a bonus action. I'll use my action to like flail around and try and make myself a super.
I mean, if they're all
obvious to the
around
guards.
me,
Alright.
can I even step over here?
You can.
Okay.
Asphoda's, Kelvin can also move, so Asphoda's gonna boo out of here. She hopping out this window.
Okay.
Get out this bitch.
She's like glass kind of brushes up against her scales,
Uh-huh.
Matt just made the entryway a bit more easier for Kelvin.
You kind of like the lid of the coffin is like down like an airplane that's hit on water, and like you kind of like put your hands together, slide down the coffin.
All right, Calvin.
Disengage. I do not want to take a chance like the
You can
really
move
lucky
three
shit I got
already.
before.
No, you can move too. You can move too because of the protective pump.
Yeah, and won't get an opportunity.
yeah.
It's not your
sorry.
turn. You can just move.
I'm sorry. I just disconnected for a second. Like
No worries.
disconnected.
You can
I
jump
still
out.
won't be able to get out, but I do.
Yeah.
I'll still have to
One,
disengage.
two. You can only move two. Okay.
Yeah. I am small, okay?
Small boy.
Short legs.
That's my turn.
All
To
right.
call out.
Okay. Illyria.
That's
Asphoda.
No, no, that's for that. Yes,
Thought
yes.
it Asphoda's turn.
Okay. Alright, Asphoda, she gonna be running, gonna take a what's she's trying to see what's going on in the other window. She'll take a dash action. So here and then stand over in here, see what's going on.
Uh-huh.
She sees that what does it look like Illyria is trying to do in here?
Jumping out the window.
Oh good!
Gotcha.
Okay, so she was like 6 here, then a dash action 2 here. Then Asphoda's gonna like rest of the movement go around the corner.
All right. Okay,
Yep,
okay,
that's
okay.
Oh,
Then we got Illyria.
Illyria is going to hop through the window.
All right.
So that's 2. So a incredibly bloody Illyria comes your way.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, she's very bloody.
And she's just gonna dash past you. Well, dash is a very strong word considering she's bleeding out.
fair.
Okay.
Damn, okay.
More like awkwardly stumbles. And that's her turn.
All right. Kelvin.
Hey. Kelvin he be doing the big steppy with the disengagey.
Okay.
Because getting hitty is bad.
You jump out.
So, I don't even know. He's just gonna follow Asphodel, to be honest, and that's as far as he gets. Because
Okay.
he is short man and has already used his action.
All right. Then we got the vampire spawn. Basically, back to full health, all of them. They noticed Hendrik, and they all three are gonna stalk. And let's say two of them are going to stalk towards the closet, rip it open, and you just hear some very visual screaming of an old man.
I knew it.
Oh,
In a medical emergency.
Oh god.
Then they're going to retreat backwards. Let's see. 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 4, 2, 3, 4. Okay, and that's it for them. Hendrik is there. Nyx, on your turn, these three guys are going to show up, a little bit out of breath from running. They have taken the dash action to get to you, so they only had the time to go. What is up? What's happening? Windows being broken. What are you doing?
We're trying to get help as fast as possible. Hendrik inside is having a medical emergency.
They nod towards you, still confused, but accepts this. Asvena?
oh boy. No, Hendrik, poor soul. Unfortunate.
Poor unfortunate soul.
What here? What could she possibly do? Oh, okay. Well, Illyria's there. 1, 2, 3, 4. Move over here. Gonna hit Illyria with 10 points of good heals. Lay on hands.
Thanks, Asphodel.
Don't mention it. And she's gonna continue. Oh, poor Hendrik is screwed. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Have 2 more squares left. She is going to stand actually over here.
Okay.
Yep, she's ready for any vamp to pop out that window.
All right.
Okay, that ends her turn.
Okay. Lyra?
Illyria is just gonna, I guess, sort of like follow suit now that she's a bit healthier.
She's leaning up against the cool stone, panting.
Yeah.
Grimacing from all your wounds. Yeah. Kelvin.
He's definitely going to be going around the other side, seeing, wait, how far can I move? I think I can move right next to Asphodel, so compass weird, yes. And seeing, well, she's prepping to just beat the shit out of whatever comes out, he's going to do the exact same with his 2 daggers. Now, this might look a bit weird to the guards behind, but that doesn't matter.
Oh yeah, it's great when we're all like out here with improvised weapons in a place that doesn't allow them.
I don't think his don't look improvised.
Weapons, and I don't know if my Shadowblade still looks like a weird bone thingy, but
Hey,
Yes.
his are not improvised, okay? They're actual daggers, thank you. Don't know if that makes
Okay.
this better, but oh well.
You stand there, you're ready in action. Alright. You hear scuffling and doors being like open and closed and feet moving upstairs.
Okay.
And you all breathe. Nix, you're talking over there with the guards, and they're heading up towards the door, trying to. First, they're trying to handle, then they start like pushing at it with their shoulders, trying to break in. See if
Nix
the
points
doors
towards
give away.
the broken window with a slope going up into it, like non-verbally, just like pointing at it and shrugging his shoulders, like a.
They take the hint and stop what they're doing. They're kind of, their expressions are pretty vacant, you know.
Okay. Can I then try and put like a fire under their butts and say like, he is having an emergency. What part of emergency is difficult to grasp here? Go, 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 go!
SWAT team, SWAT team!
How are we gonna argue that we didn't kill him?
He is having a medical emergency, Illyria. Wait, you're not here. You can't.
I'm not.
No, that was out of character, I
Go away.
presume. And by the time that Nix's turn ends with these guards and you guys are standing down there by the window, the house suddenly turns quiet.
Oh shit.
Illyria sort of like dismisses her shadow blade and just sort of like leans against the wall and sort of like slides down and just sort of sobs.
Asphora's gonna peek in the window. She under her breath she says, "They're gone. I don't see them."
We shouldn't have gone up there.
That's the least of our worries now. They'll think that whole hubbub here is our doing.
Well,
We need to
yeah,
get
they
up.
will.
And you see a large pool of blood coming from the closet.
What's it? Are the guards entering through the about to enter the door?
Yeah, they're entering the window as you guys are taking a breather over there.
While that's going on, Asphora's immediately gonna bull. Oh, how fast! Oh no! I was gonna use mold earth to start digging holes.
Digging holes.
Oh lord.
One is gonna stay out with you guys, and two are going in to investigate. But before that happens, let's take a quick break.
Oh my god.
Fucking
I
A.
knew.
Gotta
I
eat a
somehow
drink.
knew this would happen. That he would die.
Well,
So
I mean,
did
there's still
I.
time. There's still time to run in and get the body. If you want to keep it.
Fuck.
If you wanna
What?
keep it.
I don't know why you said.
Yes, I'll have to taxiderm it and put him up in my room.
Even more PTSD.
Always watching Wazowski.
I'm always watching Wazowski.
All is
Oh,
well in
God.
Vallaki.
All is
Except for
well.
medical emergencies.
Except from anything that actually matters.
I was like, oh my god, like we're gonna fuck up and he's dead. And we did fuck up and he's dead.
I think quite a lot of that wasn't us fucking up, us just being completely overpowered.
Yeah,
and
we had no
underprepared.
idea. We had no idea
Yeah.
how strong they
No.
would be.
No,
I mean,
no,
so we did everything. Well, nobody died other than Henrik, and
Yeah, it's actually pretty lucky
He's an NPC, it's
for
fine.
you to be alive.
Oh yeah, but like that's not gonna like do Illyria's like
Trauma.
mind any good right now.
I'm
God.
just gonna quickly get some water.
I'm gonna quickly go to the loo and
Refill
cry.
your stuff, go to the toilet if you have to.
Because I think one way or another, Illyria was afraid this was gonna happen. Because she, I think she mentioned something along those lines before we went up there. Be right back.
I'm back.
Oh, same.
Welcome back.
Julie, did you cry while we were away?
No.
Good.
But I think I mentioned earlier to Bax, I think Illyria mentioned something along the lines of being afraid that this man will get harmed if we interfere.
Yeah, too bad. Mm.
So I'm pretty sure she's not gonna take this whole thing well.
Yeah, I don't think anyone is. Ugh.
Oh,
Welcome back.
thank you, thank you.
I'm back too.
That's good.
Oh, all of us are
I'm
back. Nice.
pretty sure Illyria might just turn to alcoholism at this point.
Oh God! Come on.
No, I'm joking.
Good. Just don't turn to Strahd.
Illyria can be a drunk, but like, as long as she doesn't go to Strahd, it's fine.
Yeah. Alcohol's a bit of an indulgence, as long as you take it healthfully.
Don't I have that copied somewhere? No, yeah, I have it here. Cool, perfect. Perfect.
So out of character because Illyria is just kind of done right now. How do we get out of this mess?
That's what Kelvin's trying to think. Oh God.
Leave it to Nix. We don't know anything. We are. At least he's going to take the position of he was having an emergency, and the doors are
And we're
locked.
gonna find him dead in a cupboard.
Okay,
Whoa.
so how is Illyria gonna explain her bleeding out?
You dove
She
through
also
a
had a
window?
medical emergency.
No, you dove through a window because we all were trying to find someone as fast as possible to come. The doors were locked. The windows were the only thing available. We're all scratched up because of the windows and the glass. Easy.
Okay, I'm not.
What
too
about his
sure
current
how
situation?
I'm not too sure how hurt Illyria is, but does it look like she just yeeted out through a window?
I mean, it was scratches and claws. Pretty close.
You have
What
a
are they,
point.
doctors? They're dumb. Stupid. Maybe.
Hopefully.
Besides, you're the fiancé.
Yeah.
Mm.
Oh, I'm totally planning on using that if it comes down to it.
Mm-hmm.
I'm just doing a bit of a refresher for myself.
Mm-hmm.
For a second.
Okay, I'm just drawing a seagull in the meantime.
Why a seagull?
My rogue's familiar, his favorite form is a seagull. Well, I needed a bird that doesn't look too out of place in Baldur's Gate.
Makes sense. Are you doing Descent into Avernus or something?
Oh no, we're doing Journey of Dragons.
Alright.
Now they're doing Descent into Madness.
And we spent a bunch of time in Baldur's Gate because we had this whole like mini like character arc. Well, we actually had like this whole character arc for my character where we had to take down the smoothie mafia.
Oh, hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Because,
Seems
well,
legit.
my character may or may not have pissed off the mafia and then they stole her idea for a smoothie shop because they're petty.
Huh.
Uh-huh.
Wow.
So she had her goons run a smoothie stand.
Movie stuff. This sounds like Grand Theft Auto.
They had their Goonies running a smoothie stand.
Oh,
It's like ice
it was
cream.
great.
I love
In
that.
the end, my character's family got the smoothie business back, and they
Oh,
like
hell yeah.
made like a fund like to help the poor people of Baldur's Gate.
You need to get back in the smoothie business. It's quite a dangerous business, you know.
Because,
A lot
because
of
well, I mean, for my character, it was because she somehow quite literally managed to piss off the mafia by running a smoothie business.
You made too much money. We don't like that.
I think
How
so.
dare
I
you.
think the thing was that she like undercut like some things that this bitch wanted to control because she wanted to be like one of the rich asshole that lived there, right? Like they have a name, right?
People have names.
Well, in Baldur's Gate, there's a bunch of rich people who have a lot of influence.
That is, to be honest, what happens across the whole world. Yeah.
Oh yeah, but like she wanted to be part of that, and I don't know, somehow my character pissed her off, so
Well,
she
they
stole
probably
her
deserved
smoothie business. Well,
Probably
we did
deserved
in
it.
the end manage to prove that she was like forcing people into signing contracts that were forged and got her like arrested.
Okay.
Nice.
Before we continue, I want to say that my character's family had a bakery. My character is a halfling. They were all halflings, and the bakery was called the Half and Half.
Fuck's sake. Oh my god.
Okay. Okay. Let's go back here. I'm gonna remove these things to keep the mood. There we go. All right, you guys ready?
Yes.
Mhm.
Good,
boy.
good.
Oh no.
So the current situation is that you got one guard standing basically out here with Nyx, and then you guys are kind of like around the corner. He has like stepped back a little bit so we can oversee both of these groups. And then you got a female and a male guard going inside of the house. Um, they're slowly but surely observing the blood on the ground where Kelvin stood by the window. The blood at the start of the stairs from Asphodel. What then catches their eyes is the living room, um, which has a huge pile of blood from Illyria that draws them in, and you know that they're going to notice Henrik very soon after that as they go through the house. Is there anything you want to do in the meantime?
Illyria is just sitting down, leaning against a wall.
How badly hurt does Kelvin look?
Calvin looks alright, definitely battered up, but he still has a bit in him, for sure.
All right.
If we'd go in like a 1 to 49, he's like a solid 23, not including temporary.
As for with her last bit of lay on hands, is gonna give her last 5 to Kelvin. And she takes like a deep breath, just like, oh, that ended horribly.
You could say that again. How the fuck are we gonna deal with this?
I don't know. I honestly don't know.
I think we're just gonna have to try and be fucking honest and see if they believe.
Well, considering that we were bleeding on our way down, you don't simply bleed out of nowhere.
I sure as hell didn't get like beaten up by the old man, but I don't know. This is bad.
To be honest.
Maybe if I hadn't said anything, maybe if he just stayed in the closet,
It's fine. Valeria, it's not your fault. We did what we could. And
what if
you
we
meant
just
was
didn't
well.
do anything? He did what was asked of him.
He probably would have died anyway.
Those boxes remained there, even after he completed what he was supposed to do. Well, he was a dead man walking.
And I think he knew that we were kind of the only chance he had. And
And
we did as well as we could.
He took the chance.
And we did horribly.
Well, that's the thing about a chance. It's not guaranteed.
Nothing's ever guaranteed.
Besides, there's no point in dwelling on what happened when we have a armful of things that are going to happen very soon.
Well, we can't do anything but wait right now and hope that we somehow get out of it.
I think those old fucking things have teleported out in that sigil thing we saw upstairs. Don't know why. They literally came here for something else, I'm guessing, but now they just killed the person who was shielding them and then left. Let's just hope they don't come back on that thing.
Well, we can hopefully tell them about it.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. Or just straight up get rid of it.
Maybe.
At that point, the guards have reached the closet. They're careful to not stomp into any pool of blood anywhere. And they gently open up the closet where Hendrik's mauled body slumps out. There are several deep claw marks in his throat and chest, where he's just been bleeding heavily from. His eyes glassy and open, and a face of horror on his face. The guards take a little bit of a step back in shock at seeing this. Looks out the window to meet the eyes of the one who is standing outside, who then nods, turns to both of you, and say, "You, all of you, are under arrest.
What?
If you try
What
to
for?
run, then things will only be worse."
Excuse me, God, I called you over here. I had Henrik's interest at heart. What are you arresting us for?
Suspicion. Nothing is decided yet, but you will appear before court when we have gathered enough evidence. Now you are going to follow me, or I will have to call more guards over. Which one will it be?
Are you suggesting that we did this?
I'm not
think
suggesting
we
anything. I'm
have-
following protocol.
I think we will have plenty of time to make our case.
Oh, but come on, we called for them to
Nix.
help, and they're telling us off. They're keeping us
Nix.
held.
We were found at the scene of a bloodbath,
They're not helping us.
and I
basically.
don't think we should argue with some guards.
Well, I hope your fiance is okay with this, Illyria. You wouldn't want this guard to upset the burgomaster. Who knows? Maybe he will lose his job if he upsets the fiance to the burgomaster's son.
It's like
He
a...
gives like narrowed eyes towards the guard, informing him of this, and like looking back at Illyria, back at him, like very matter of factly.
turns the gaze evenly and says, "We are putting you under arrest for your own safety. Something terrible just happened in there, and who knows what can happen."
Something terrible. He just had some sort of emergency, and he was like flailing around. We tried to alert anyone who was close by, and you just happened to be so close by, we couldn't get out the doors. So we had to break open the window. I don't see what's so suspicious about this. If it was suspicious, we'd be running, would we not?
You have the right to remain silent.
Damn it.
Illyria just gets up and follows them without sort of like saying much.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, one of the guards kind of runs out with the keys, opens the place up, basically runs out to call for more guards, and you can see like the hustle or bustle of like creating a perimeter and getting more guards to help. As you start heading down from the stockyard back to the thoroughfare, there's already like 3 guards that kind of linked up with you guys to help escort. And now we can probably do this. Where you guys are taken through the city, past the town square. They haven't gone to like apprehend you, but they're walking behind you, 2 of them and 1 in front. in a basically an orderly manner towards the burgomaster's mansion.
Nyx is visibly uneasy, given what the people of Vallaki tend to, accuse, what kind of people the Vallaki people tend to accuse. And he's feeling, but he's quiet and a little bit, what's the word? Not dejected, I suppose, or just like he's like super anxious.
Gotcha. Eventually, you get to the burgomaster mansion, but you walk past it to that structure behind it. It's a fortress-like complex that brims with authority. This two-story building is supported by a tall stone lookout tower, atop which you can catch the faintest glimpses of guards peering out over Vallaki. The front of the building bars two giant wooden doors that sit heavily in their frames, but you're escorted past that to a smaller entrance to the side, which has to go through a locked fence, and then up a few steps into this first room, a very Spartan room, with 3 more armored guards standing resolutely at watch. Inside of here, there's 2 benches behind a iron an iron fence that is partitioning off half of this room. There, on the other side, there are some lockers, and to the east, behind these iron bars, this appears to be a handful of huddled occupants already inside behind these iron bars. They stop you here to basically take down your names in through their records, and they will remove any equipment that you carry except for the clothes that you wear.
Everything?
Yeah, well, the backpack, the purses with coin, everything but the clothes you wear. I assume that you guys let go of the axes and the knives and the light hammers and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't think you were that. And then the door to this holding cell is opened, and you are basically pushed in. There's about 4 other people here. One seems to be a younger boy, seems to be a couple, and a older woman. The bars are locked and closed behind you, and they basically say like that they need to gather evidence and they will come and get you when the court is in session. Yeah. It's nothing here but these 2 benches and a single toilet in the corner that doesn't have any privacy.
And we're sharing it with an old lady and a kid.
An older woman, 50s, 60s, a teenager, and a couple. They all seem very depressed, dejected, but gives you curious glances, but doesn't engage.
Nyx is feeling, well, very sore and low on health. So he's going to slump into one of the benches and bring out his book and start. Well, he doesn't have a book, but he does need a component for the prayer of healing. He will recite from memory a story, whispering it to himself to cast prayer of healing
Sure.
over 10 minutes.
Sure. Kelvin, what do you do? Pass the time? Do you talk?
Calvin is going to sit down next to Nix and like realize that he's doing the healing prayer, so he's just going to wait until that finishes to talk to him.
Mm-hmm. As for Illyria?
Asa's just gonna like take a seat on the ground, close her eyes and just like concentrate on Nyx's little like, story from memory. She takes a deep breath.
Illyria is just sort of gonna sit down, like, just look to the ground, not saying anything.
Mm-hmm. Alright, you finish the prayer, Nyx. Kelvin, you wanted to talk.
Yeah. So, what did you tell him?
Hello?
Hmm?
What do you mean? Tell who?
The guys, like... Yeah. I honestly, because I didn't fucking hear you.
Well, I was kind of upset that they immediately arrested us as opposed to, well, thanking us. My concern here, Kelvin, is unfortunately rather selfish. I'm feeling that if they are going to pin anything on anyone, it will be the one that looks like the Vistani of which they all hate.
That isn't selfish, mate. That's just thinking. Especially with how much hate you guys get around here.
I don't know. I mean, I don't feel like we should have given up so easily. I feel like we could have said something. We could have, instead of just give over, the moment we just accepted it, it was also easy for them to just keep going. From a self-preservation perspective, I did not want to get thrown into this jail.
I see that, but I feel like if you kept on fighting them like you were, that would just aggravate them to do worse. Especially in that position.
Maybe.
They are the one who held the power at that point, and they still do because, well, they're the power of this whole place. There's only so much you can do.
But I hope that Illyria and Asfada have a plan. I guess they're in the proximity. I hope you have a plan for allowing us to be stripped of everything that we own and thrown in this jail.
Well, arguing with guards wouldn't get us anywhere. We need to make our case in front of somebody who actually has a say, And fighting against them only makes us look bad.
Maybe
I
I don't have the same faith in the justice system that you do, Illyria. Here in Barovia, it isn't as clear and cut as there is in the Protectorate. There is no one to enforce injustice here.
We are in this town and we need to play by its rules, and I just didn't see how acting up already was of any benefit to us.
I was merely trying to state a couple of white lie facts to try and get them to think in a different way. To me, did not consider myself to be acting up as merely just protesting our innocence.
Maybe you're right. I'm sorry.
Uh, Sorry, it doesn't really help us right now. Now
I
we are in
still
this predicament.
think arguing with people who are just guards enforcing rules that aren't made by them won't help much, and I will stand by that.
We'll see what comes out of the situation we're in, but at least, at the very least, we are all together here. And the moment I unleashed that divine bolt, or sparkly bolt, I haven't really named it, and it didn't go down, I was very afraid of all of our lives.
I think we all are. Maybe I shouldn't have said anything, but they left after they killed him, so maybe if I hadn't tried to, I wanted him to get out with you guys.
What happens is happened. I mean, you can talk about 1,000 different ways of things to go down. Ultimately, this is what happens in Barovia. You make a choice, and sometimes they are good, and often they are bad. And getting down and blaming yourself for the small decisions that you made in the heat of the moment is not going to help anyone, least of all yourself. And it will not be the last decision that you will make, of which something does not go the way you hoped.
Maybe I had a bad feeling about interfering with this.
We had a just reason for doing so. And maybe his life was already forfeit, bargaining with Strahd and keeping creatures stored in his store and having a back entrance. At least, Illyria, you can say that your involvement in this situation has ensured that this store will be watched very carefully. The investigation will go
We
on.
we both know that his bargains aren't usually fair.
Of course, you are right. And there's nothing saying that that would be the last bargain. He has the easy way out. We have to live here.
Well, let's hope we can keep ourselves alive just a little bit longer.
That's the aim, Illyria. I hope your involvement with the Burgermaster's son would actually become a positive annoyance for you. Well, I know you were not exactly pleased with the aspect of pretending that you were eager or interested in wedding the Burgermaster's son.
Maybe you shouldn't talk too much about this here, but I don't care. I know how it usually goes.
What do you mean?
Well, If you are somebody that comes from a place of power, and this is as much, well, other than, you know, the man himself, as much power as you can probably get in Barovia, there are certain things that are expected of you.
I'm not quite following you, Illyria. Are you saying that you want to marry him?
No, I'm just saying that, it wouldn't be the first time I had to play nice around people I can't stand. He seems nice enough.
Nyx wants the insight whether she means Nyx.
Go for it.
The empathy, composure.
Yip, yip, yip.
Like, you talking about me?
To be high.
Yeah, Julie, you can just decide what he sees, or you can roll against. Then decide. Up to you.
She's definitely not talking about you. It seems like she's talking about something from like her past. Like,
I don't think I've had the opportunity to inquire about what your life was like in the Protectorate before snatching you away to Barovia. Everything has been one thing after another. And even though we are behind bars, we have the time if you wish to tell me why you feel like, well, like you said, that you have to play nice with people you don't like.
oh, well, you know how it is. My parents are both pretty powerful people. Protectorate. My mother leads one of the magical academies, and my father teaches at the other. So they are sort of like very important, and they meet other important people, and they sort of like, expect you to find a preferably rich suitor eventually.
That is expected? That you will eventually find someone as long as they have money and they have a noble status?
It is preferred.
And you're okay with that? That sounds very strange to me.
If I was okay with it, I wouldn't have run off to the military.
You ran away to the military because your parents were telling you to settle down with a noble?
Not necessarily. There were plenty of reasons. Most of all, it was pretty much just something to piss off my parents.
Why do you choose to piss off your parents?
I don't know. They always had Well,
Did they hurt you? Did they lock you
no.
away?
They
Did
just
they...
always had expectations that I wasn't able to live up to.
Of course, I think every parent would have the want, the desire to ensure that their children are well off and have a happy life.
I always wanted to learn more offensive magic, but my parents wouldn't really have that. Like, if you have the opportunity to sit comfortably in the capital and still be important, why wouldn't you?
Why wouldn't I sit comfortably in the capital and not do anything with my life?
Well, I mean, you would do something with your life, but I was never that interested in all of that.
You were interested in offensive magics and application. Is that right?
Yeah, and my parents wouldn't really have that. I mean, I guess who would want their child to put themselves in danger?
Well, here you are, in danger. And your parents aren't here either.
Well, they can't be here, and I put myself in this situation, didn't I?
No, I did it. But I wonder if deep down, Illyria, are you not where you should be? Is this not the consequence of your own actions? Are you not in a place that you have chosen to walk towards? Is this not where you belong?
I don't think anybody really belongs in this place the way it is right now.
Well, thank you for that.
I apologize, but I know it's my actions that brought me here. Yeah.
But you always talk of this as like it's happening to you, like you are the victim. I know for sure after seeing you deal with creatures of undead, even the vampires just now. You are very capable. I do not think that you are a victim as you so profess to be. I think you are the master of your own destiny here, Illyria.
We just failed miserably, got arrested.
You look at it that way. I look at it as I am able to have this conversation with you once more.
And another person died.
Yes, that is most unfortunate.
Now, I mean, I know death. It's just
That's what I would slowly open her eyes. And I assume that, she's close by. She can overhear this conversation.
Yeah, you're basically sitting on the same bench there in the holding cell.
Yeah. We'll just say, is it because it's just that this death is that of an innocent man who had asked for help? And that we failed in that endeavor?
We did. It's the second person we failed.
If we had not been caught, something bubbling deep within me tells me I could have brought him back. I feel like I have that. I don't know if
I'm
it's true or
sorry.
not, but this attachment I have to you all is very strong. And I do not know what will happen should one of you fall. But I assure you all that I will dive deep inside myself and try to release whatever it is inside me that may bring you back. But this feeling inside me, it feels like it's growing. I do not know if I am in control of it or it is in control of me. We will find out in that case.
You have no idea what it is?
Well, I've always been someone interested in music and artistry and mostly storytelling, and I set out to discover the cultural differences of the world in the Protectorate and write a story about it. And now this thing is happening within me, and everyone's saying, dancing around the situation that, oh, Nix, you're a little bit different. You're not really Vistani. What the fuck am I if this thing is just boiling up inside me? Who am I? Where did I come from? Why am I here? And how and why did I even get to even bring you here?
I promise I'll do everything I can to help you find out.
Well, thank you.
Although I shouldn't make any more promises.
How about you promise to get us out of here, Lyria?
I'm pretty sure the last person I promised something to died.
But
Well,
this isn't the same promise, now is it? If you keep holding yourself up to that same promise that you wouldn't be able to keep, then how do you expect to move forward? Not to make any promises? Then who would take your word?
We will get out of here. Because I sure as hell don't intend to stay here.
I prefer the swamp.
we'll get you back there someday, Kelvin.
You won't need to. I'll get there myself if needed. But it'd be great to see you there as well.
I never thought I'd say that, but maybe we should all make a trip to the swamp.
You'd enjoy it more than here, that's for sure. I can promise you that.
Nick's kind of half cringes. He doesn't really have much of the effort to do so. It's like, it's very dirty.
Well,
Dirty land or a dirty cell? Which is it?
Well,
or
ideally, neither.
I could show all of you guys around the capital.
I think I will be most content with just not being in this cell right now.
That I can agree with.
Well, we can't really do much other than wait for now.
I wouldn't recommend us doing much other than waiting and talking.
Well, let me tell you another story. If it will make you feel better, as he looks around to see them battered and bruised and can do another ritual cast.
You do that. And then you spend the next 2 to 3 hours or so just having small talk with each other. Sometimes just maybe leaning towards us without getting some shut eye. But eventually, when he feels like forever has passed, a guard comes and opens up the door. None of the others have been called for, and so you came in here last and being called for first. Calls for your names, opens up the door a bit wider, mentions for you to come with him.
I guess we're gonna follow.
I guess we are.
You're
Nexus
led.
tentatively goes last. Wants to not be seen.
There's a guard in front of you and a guard in the back once more. The guard in front, instead of heading out, you go to a side door that is also locked. That is open for you, and you're ushered into what seems to be a courtroom. Divided between a locked part and an unlocked part, but you're in the locked area. And in front of you is this high judge's seat, where already Vargas is sitting in with Isaac by his side. Let me start loading Vargas. Oh, it takes some time to load him in. He's seemingly having a hushed conversation with Vargas as you, as with Isaac as you come in, but he looks up and furrows his brows and look at you. There's like a stack of papers in front of him, on top of the desk, and you guys are led to one of these side. One of these tables with 4 chairs that is looking up at the judge. There's no witnesses in the court, but these guards and Isaac, and there's no attorney and no lawyer. It's only you, Vargas, who is a part of this basically. He waits until you all sit down. There you go. There he is.
I'm terrified of him, by the way. You know what? I hate the fact that he moves.
Sorry.
I mean, I see why, yeah.
It wouldn't be as bad if he didn't move.
Yeah.
But he then starts to speak in this very quiet room, his voice echoing a little bit between the floorboards and the wooden walls. I did not hope to see you here so fast. Or not at all. This makes things very difficult for me, Lady Feathermore.
I am sure this is a misunderstanding that we can clear up.
I certainly hope so, and I hope that you have a really good explanation for what just happened, because I have a bunch of facts here that are very concerning. There are eyewitnesses of you, all of you holding weapons. There are eyewitnesses of all of you entering and exiting the building. There's eyewitnesses of strange flashes of light. There is blood everywhere and a lot of footsteps. And Hendrik van der Voort has been what I can only describe as slashed several times with kind of edged weapon, quite viciously. What in the Morning Lord's name happened in there? And he kind of talks all of this to you, Illyria. Yeah, but you know, anybody else can speak if they want to, but his whole demeanor is talking towards you.
Nick didn't have weapons. Sad face.
We were there. That is true. And we did arm ourselves with makeshift weaponry simply to defend him.
Point in
Now-
order, Lady Fenimore. An axe is not a makeshift weapon. It's just a weapon.
Well, yes.
And two, from
just-
what? All is well in Vallaki. What could you possibly been doing in there when there's no evil here? There's no danger. Did you turn on each other? Is this some strange...
Have you ever considered that there's more going on than you know of?
The only thing that I do not know of is what that witch Vakter is up to. And I thought we had a deal.
We
Lady
still do, and I'm trying to make a case here that we were trying to help.
I asked you to go to Lady Vakter and find out what she's up to. That was the only thing I told you to do. Otherwise, just to enjoy yourself like normal Vallakian citizen. Instead, you go up thrashing the coffin shop. Why do you need a coffin?
Look, we have been through a lot.
Esra will speak up. The travels on our way here has shown a great danger, and seeing that I am one in her to defend her, I expect my death quite shortly. And that's why I suggested to her to have a coffin built for me when the time is come.
Then why did it turn into such bloodshed? There are three windows broken.
Yes. When we entered the building, I noticed that the coffin maker, Henrik, was quite on edge. And I asked if what was wrong. Why would a coffin maker who just makes coffins would be on edge? And seeing that I am one of the Morning Lord, whispered to me in a hushed tone that there are things up on the cellar that are truly frightening, and he had no power to stop it.
Immediately, like a gavel is hit into the wood several times, and his bellowing voice comes out pretty in a panicked tone, in such a like loud way that I'm not going to do it, but basically going, "Silence! Silence! All is well in Vallaki. Why do you come here with this false testimony?"
How else would I have been so grievously wounded? That Lady Feathermore here also grievously wounded, as well as her charge and her, and as well as Kelvin. We were all wounded when we were running out with our axes and makeshift weapons to defend ourselves
If you speak one more word, this is going to be way, way worse for you. This must be some weird protectorate tradition. I cannot explain it in any other way. I cannot understand. Why would you turn on each other like that?
You are obviously in denial.
Once again, the gavel is hitting the table, and he once again said, shout, "Silence! Order in the court! You can only speak when you're spoken to here." And like the guards come up close to your table to like live up to the threat. And he like leans back in the chair and goes, "This can't be. This can't be. No. You're all going to be held, and we are going to make sure that all of these strange traditions that you've gotten from the protectorate will be, through therapy, brought out of you, and you shall become upstanding citizens of Vallaki."
I demand to hear the additional investigation results. There is much more inside, is there not, Burgermaster, than you are merely mentioning here? Do you have the full report?
Everything my valorous guards had the time to bring to
Have
me.
you found the circle?
Circle? What circle are you talking about? We have already decided. But before he can hit the gavel into the wood one more time, the doors to the whole courtroom is suddenly burst open, and a man wearing robes and a necklace with a mountain and a rising sun behind it comes rushing in, and Vargas furrows his brow once more and go, "Father Lucian, what is this?" But before he can finish the sentence, Lucian is already up against the bars of this fenced area and kind of like rattling it, going, "Let me in. I need to speak with you at once, Burgomaster." Vargas nods, and one of the guards like swings open the fence in between the two areas of the courtroom, and he rushes up to the side of Vargas, and he kind of leans down, like giving him his ear. Lucian is panting. There is sweat all over his face, and there's this very wild look in his eyes. So even though he attempts to whisper this to the Burgomaster, through leaning a little bit forward and straining your ears, you all hear the same thing, where he goes, "Burgomaster, I'm sorry. The bones have been taken. The church is not consecrated anymore. There's nowhere safe in the Barovia anymore." And with that, we're going to end tonight's episode of Curses
Oh
of Misery.
no!
Oh,
That's
no.
what this was about, wasn't it?
Oh! Oh!